Imagine this, a tiny human just beginning to explore the world, their eyes wide with wonder, their laughter echoing through the house. That's the image that comes to mind when I think of this innocent child. A child who deserved a lifetime of joy, of love, of adventure. A child who deserved to grow up, to learn, to experience the world in all its vibrant colours. Instead, their life was brutally cut short by someone they should have been able to trust, by someone who was supposed to protect them. This is beyond comprehension. The rage, despair, and pure horror that consume me when I think of what this poor child endured, it's unbearable. This wasn't just a crime. It was an act of pure evil. I can't believe I have to say this, but we must discuss this monster. Michael Mayor, a 34-year-old man. How could anyone be so cruel? I hesitate to even call him human. That poor innocent child was just 15 months old. She was merely crying, a sound as common as a baby's breath. Yet for this monster it was unbearable. Unable to cope, he viciously slammed her head against the floor repeatedly. How can someone be so heartless? This wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a fit of anger. It was a cold, calculated act. They knew exactly what they were doing when they chose to hurt that innocent child. They wanted to silence that precious voice. The words, "I slammed him on the floor repeatedly until he stopped crying," are seared into my memory. They haunt me. What kind of monster could be so cruel to an innocent baby? A little child who had done nothing to deserve such pain. And then, with a cruelty beyond comprehension, he left her there alone and dying, as if she was disposable, as if her life meant nothing at all. This wasn't merely an assault. It was a deliberate attempt to take a life, and sadly, that attempt was successful. This innocent child suffered excruciating pain, enduring a fractured skull and a severe brain hemorrhage. Can you fathom the terror and agony they must have experienced? He deserves the most severe punishment conceivable. Life in prison? It's not enough. This monster should be locked away forever. The death penalty. That's what he deserves. He needs to pay the ultimate price for his heinous crime. This is a heartbreaking tragedy, a senseless, horrific act. We must protect our children from monsters like this. We must raise our voices against this violence. We must demand justice for this innocent child. And we must do everything in our power to prevent such tragedies from happening again. Please share your thoughts in the comments.